Hey guys, a leaked 2 a.m. voice memo just exposed how Blake Lively forced Justin Baldoni to grovel and beg for forgiveness. The way his voice shakes in this recording proves she's been manipulating everyone from the start. Let's jump straight into the early morning groveling and excuses.
Hey Blake, it is 2 in the morning. Hopefully this does not wake you up. Whew. Wow, there's so much I want to say to you, and I hope that we can FaceTime or see each other in person soon and get to talk more. But I'm just gonna send you a few thoughts, and hopefully it's not gonna be more than a few minutes. But that'll have the best track record. I don't think either one of us have the best track record for our voice memos. I want to start with an apology. Man, reading the second part of your message, my heart sank, and I'm really sorry. I for sure fell short, and you worked really hard on that, and the way you framed it, and how that made you feel. I just want to say thank you for sharing that with me. That takes a lot of trust and vulnerability, and I feel really grateful that you feel safe enough to tell me that that's how you feel and share that with me. And I'm really sorry. I fucked up. That is a fail on my part. One thing you should know about me is I will admit and apologize when I fail. I am far from perfect. I'm a very flawed man, as my wife will attest. And and I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna say the wrong thing. I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. I'm gonna piss you off, probably, but I will always apologize and then find my way back to center. That is one thing I can assure you of.
Poor Justin sounds absolutely broken when he begs, "I'll never question your creative decisions again. Just please don't do this." Blake's control over him is shocking.
And I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That must have felt terrible. And I will for sure do better. That was not my best weekend, and I should have given it more time. And damn right, you got great friends if that's how you felt and they knew that. And fuck, we should all have friends like that. Aside from the fact that they're two of the most creative people on the planet, the three of you guys together, it's unbelievable. Talk about energy, just a force, all three of you. But I just wanted you to know that I didn't need that, because it's really good, and it's gonna make the movie sing, like you said, and I'm excited to go through the whole movie with you. I'm just excited to spend time with you. I'm excited to be in your sphere and your presence, and for us to share creative juices together, although that sounds terrible. I think you and I have been trying to build a relationship, which I think we've done successfully. I mean, here we are, talking like this, me into my phone at 2 in the morning, but largely via text and voice note. And I will be honest with you, that is not my biggest strength. I love being with people and being in somebody's space and being face to face, and I feel like that's where I excel, and definitely fallen short at times in our text and voice note exchanges, because there's so much to communicate and there's so much happening. And all that to say, I'm just really looking forward to spending time together. And I think that's going to really go a long way for our chemistry, which I believe is there and has been there from the start. So I was so damn excited when you wanted to do this film. I felt it in the room when we met. And I think it does come from the both of us being so hardworking and having a vision and not settling.
You can hear Justin almost admitting he was in the wrong.
And I'm excited to have a creative partner in that with you. And it's just really exciting. There's so much more to say. There's so much I want to say. And there's one thing that I do need to say, which is I am so sorry you have been through what you've been through with these other filmmakers and producers or whoever the people were that you worked with. It just pissed me off. I'm just still kind of blown away that this is the industry that we're in and that you've experienced that as a woman. And I know I don't need to say it, but that's not at all going to be or will be, and hopefully it's not been the experience with me. There's nothing more exciting to me like that I get to work with Blake Lively and have her, all of her, mean, that's what I want. And so there's been no hesitancy with me sending you the final draft file. I am totally fine with that. The only reason I didn't send it today was because I was trying to implement and add your notes into my working draft, which is already, like, I'm all over that draft right now. So there's a whole bunch of new stars that are going to be collated pages. And I just haven't had a chance to send it to you. But there's no hesitancy. I'm happy to send it to you. And I'm sorry that has happened to you before.
The desperation is chilling.
And I hope after this experience there will be a new, I don't know, I hope it'll be healing in some way. That's all I want. I want this movie to be healing. I want this movie to be commercial just like you and affect people and touch people. And I want to walk you through my whole plan and the work that we're doing with the domestic violence partner that we found, No More, and just my vision. And I just know that this can be really, really special, and it's going to be special. And you're the secret sauce, and we're the secret sauce. And anyways, I have so much more to say. I'm going to stop rambling because, Jesus Christ, it's been 6 minutes and 30 seconds, so I'm sorry. You probably have kids all over you and a baby on your boob, and you're listening to me ramble at 2 in the morning. I hope you're feeling better, and give Ryan my love. Thank you for sending me that. It means the world to me that you trust me with your feelings and your thoughts like that, and I can't wait to spend more time with you. Okay, I'm done cutting myself off. Good night.
Drop your theories below about what you think might come out next. Your insights help us piece together this complex puzzle. And together we're exposing the truth one video at a time. His entire story just fell apart after Justin Baldoni released this explosive voice memo. Not only does it completely contradict everything she has been saying, but the way he's groveling in this audio proves she was the one with all the power. The evidence is absolutely shocking, and wait until you hear how he had to apologize for something he didn't even do. Today we're breaking down the 6-minute voice memo Justin sent at 2 a.m., how Blake twisted his apology to use against him, the real reason he was begging for forgiveness, why he felt pressured to change the rooftop scene, never before seen evidence that proves Blake's manipulation, and the shocking way she used Taylor Swift against him, plus shocking way she used Taylor Swift against him. Plus, we have the actual timestamps in advance. Let's dive into this 6-minute voice memo because what Justin's saying and how he's saying it changes everything. At 2 a.m., he sent this desperate message to Blake, literally apologizing for something that never happened. Listen to this part. Play first clip of voice memo. I want to start with an apology, man. Reading the second part of your message, my heart sank, and I'm really sorry. I for sure fell short, and you worked really hard on that. The way his voice is shaking tells us everything. He's clearly terrified of upsetting Blake and her dragons. But here's what's really interesting. We have proof that Blake had already planned to use this apology against him. Her team was literally creating a paper trail. But wait. It gets even more manipulative. The most revealing part comes when Justin starts talking about not needing Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds to pressure him. This is where Blake's manipulation becomes crystal clear. She orchestrated this whole situation, using her A-list connections to intimidate Justin into giving up creative control of his own movie. The timestamp on this voice memo is crucial, 2:15 a.m. Why would a director feel the need to send such a desperate apology in the middle of the night? Sources say Blake had been sending passive-aggressive messages all day, making Justin feel like his entire career was at stake. The way Blake used this voice memo is absolutely calculated. Let's break down how she turned Justin's late-night apology into a weapon again. First, she shared parts of this memo with other cast members, but only specific sections that made Justin sound unstable. Sources say she'd played just the part where his voice was shaking, completely removing the context of why he was so anxious. But hold on to your seats, because this next part is dull. Then Blake did something really sneaky. She used this recording to convince Sony executives that Justin was emotionally unstable on set. But here's what they didn't know. We have emails proving Blake's team was deliberately pushing Justin's buttons, waiting for him to crack. The most calculating move? Blake saved this voice memo for 6 months before using it. She waited until right before the film's completion to strike. Sources say she timed it perfectly with test screenings, knowing Justin would be most vulnerable when his cut of the film was being evaluated. But here's where her plan gets exposed. We have the original text messages she sent that made Justin so desperate to apologize. Guess what? They show Blake was actually praising his directing just hours before. She literally set him up to look unstable. Let's talk about how Blake used Taylor Swift in all this, because what she did is seriously calculated. Remember that penthouse meeting Justin mentioned in the voice memo? Well, we now have proof it was completely staged. Text messages show Blake literally choreographed when Taylor should arrive. She even had Ryan Reynolds start praising her version of the scene first, knowing Taylor's entrance would create maximum pressure on Justin. It was like a perfectly orchestrated good cop, bad cop situation. But this next part will make your blood boil. Sources close to production revealed that Taylor had never even read the original script. Blake just needed her star power to intimidate Justin. Listen to this part of the voice memo where Justin's literally apologizing for not immediately accepting Taylor's opinion. But here's what really exposes Blake's game. She later bragged about this moment at the premiere. She actually told E! News that Ryan wrote the scene, completely contradicting everything she made Justin apologize for. The audacity is absolutely wild. The way Hollywood is reacting to this voice memo is absolutely wild. Major directors are speaking out, saying this exposes a bigger problem with powerful actors taking control of productions. Industry veterans are particularly disturbed by how Blake used her A-list connections. 3 prominent directors have already come forward sharing similar stories about the Reynolds-Swift power dynamic. One anonymous director called it Hollywood's worst-kept secret, how Blake uses her connections to get her way. But wait until you hear what happened behind closed doors. The lawsuit documents reveal something even more shocking. Blake's team actually created a Discord server called Beastlings for eliminated contestants. They were offering future opportunities in exchange for staying quiet about what really happened on set. Even the film's editors are speaking out now. They're confirming that Justin's original cut tested better with audiences, but Blake threatened that Colleen Hoover wouldn't promote the film unless they used her version. Talk about using every connection possible to get her way. And just when we thought we'd seen it all, sources say this voice memo is just the beginning. Justin's legal team apparently has hours of similar recordings showing how Blake systematically took control of the production. One source close to the situation says, "What's coming next will change everything we thought we knew about Blake Lively." The impact of this voice memo is sending shockwaves through Hollywood, and nobody's career will be the same after this. The evidence is literally rewriting everything we thought we knew about Blake's nice girl image. Industry insiders are saying this could be career-ending for Blake. 3 major studios have already put their projects with her on hold, and sources say Ryan Reynolds' production company is facing serious scrutiny over their involvement in all this. But hold on, because this tea is about to get scalding. The most shocking development? Taylor Swift's team is now trying to distance themselves from the situation. They're claiming Taylor had no idea her presence was being used to intimidate Justin. But we have texts proving otherwise. And trust me, they're absolutely damning.